The bloodworm? I think it's flatworm. I think what we saw first was the bloodworm. Turn it over and see if we... Yeah. Where is the person? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I think he's the bloodworm. Dude, you got a lot of them.
Yeah, all those little minnows. Pretty cool. Ooh, you see this one? You see how it's moving differently? It's kind of jerky. A tiny little red thing right there. That is called a copepod or a cyclops.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Armentrout. Being a junior at UNCG, Dr. Matthews came in and informed us that as a requirement of the School of Ed, we were going to be getting our environmental ed certification. And we started going to her vernal pool and finding salamanders. We learned how to fish. I started finding a love for the environment. My environmental ed certification really helped me as I tried to get a job. Principals were super excited to hear about it and how I could use it in my classroom. This is actually one of the cameras that we have set up at Hilburn, where the students set them up. We look every 3 weeks at the different mammals that are coming onto our school grounds. My 8th graders were super, super excited to see that we had foxes, we had opossums, we had raccoons. Completely engages the students because they want to know what's outside. With our curriculum, we are always told what we have to do, but when you can take those extra minutes and share something that is right here in their backyard, they are extremely excited, and it completely gets them to love science and to look around and actually look at where they are instead of just knowing that this is where they go to school.
Hi, I'm Jamie Cameron, Park Ranger at Lake James State Park in Burke and McDowell counties. When I first started becoming an environmental educator, I didn't realize how it was going to help me in my job as a park ranger. But what I came to learn through the process and meeting others who held the same values was that educating people about nature and the environment was perhaps one of the most important things that I could do. My background in science led me to a very adult-based view of nature. Through becoming an environmental educator, I had to rethink things, often through the eyes of a child. And now, with the skills and knowledge that I have gained, I can effectively develop programs. When you're on a hike with a group of children and you realize that the skills and the knowledge that you learned are helping to inspire the next generation of nature lovers right before your eyes, then you'll know you made the right decision in investing the time and the effort in becoming a North Carolina environmental educator.
My name is Martha Fiske, and I am an educator with the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. I had recently moved to North Carolina when I began the certification process. What better way to get a sense of place than to travel around to different workshops and learn what is unique and special to our state? And one of my favorite locations is Lake Mattamuskeet National Wildlife Refuge. I feel like so many of us feel like we have to travel far to distant places to see these beautiful spectacles of wildlife. And here we have something that's just a 3-hour drive from Raleigh. Knowing and learning about environment, whether it be in your backyard, farther, or in another country, is an important part of the learning process. And all of us should be able to identify things that we see every day, and we should be able to have a connection with those things. And being an environmental educator allows us to be able to share those things and point them out to others. Because when we are trained to observe, then everything becomes more obvious. And in turn, we can make it more obvious to others.
I'm Amanda Lastly. I'm a park ranger with North Carolina State Parks. Connecting people with the outdoors is awesome. Sometimes I have 20 minutes, sometimes I only have 20 seconds. We have a lot of school groups visit the park, looking for short and meaningful learning experiences. Seeing a kid step into a shockingly cold mountain stream for the very first time is amazing. Splashing in creeks and streams as a child myself is what led me to choose a career where I could be outside and protect the very resources I love and enjoy. It brings me great hope to see other children have similar experiences. I've realized that there is much I don't know, and being willing to acknowledge that in front of children and tell all of the kids that I see at the park that it's okay not to know everything. As long as you learn something new every day, that's important. Becoming certified as an environmental educator gives me more credibility as a professional.